everyone, this is DrHooksMalone bringing you Winter Slam. Night 2 brought to you by the IWF.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by the Devil, Princess Dave C. At a combined weight of 605 pounds.
Sancho Diablo and El Gordo at a whopping combined weight of 600 pounds. El Gordo tipping the scales, of course. Sancho Diablo, the weaselly little son of El Rey Diablo, and his twin sister, Daisy Diablo, opening up a taco restaurant across the street from Tacos El Gordo. The restaurant once ran by El Gordo himself before he sold out his family to join Los Diablos for personal financial gain. Now El Gordo fights for the bad guys, as here come the friends that he abandoned, as well as the family. El Gordo's daughter, Speedy.
Accompanied by Speedy at a combined weight of 382 pounds.
Dragon Boy and Gato Mega, still employees of Tacos El Gordo, the restaurant once run by El Gordo. Earlier this year, Gato Mega and Dragon Boy were unceremoniously dumped by their boss Dark Ninja and kicked out of the Karai clan. With nowhere left to go and no friends left, Gato Mega and Dragon Boy were hired by El Gordo, who saved these guys from unemployment. Then El Gordo, after disappearing for months, leaving Tacos El Gordo one man, Speedy, picked up the ball and ran with it. She's been running Tacos El Gordo in the absence of her father. Now, she looks to bring her friends in to possibly get revenge on her father, turning his back on her family. Now Speedy, forced to do everything she can to put food on the table for Gordo's enormous family. Sancho Diablo starting things off strong here with Dragon Boy. A very skilled competitor is Dragon Boy, the Japanese superstar. Sweeps the legs of Sancho Diablo, a brilliant luchador, dedicating and emulating the great Yoshihiro Asai, the Ultimo Dragon Boy, now teaming up with the great Gato Mega, the dancing Mega Cat sensation, working on the arm of Sancho Diablo, the Devil Prince, son of El Rey Diablo, the owner of Super Lucha Libre and the Super Lucha Champion, still successfully defending his title on night 1 of Winter Slam. And what a match that was, as Lobo took El Rey Diablo to the limit that night. Now Gato Mega on the attack on his former boss, the man that hired Gato Mega in the first place. Now Gato delivers a moonsault on El Gordo. El Gordo down on the mat. His partner Sancho Diablo enters the fray. Sancho's twin sister Daisy watching on from the outside. Daisy tasked and appointed by her father El Rey Diablo with running Tacos El Diablo, where El Gordo has been hired as the head chef. Of course, their recipes highly similar, suspiciously similar in fact, to that of Tacos El Gordo. They just added a bunch of cayenne pepper to make it really spicy. Tacos El Gordo using unfair business practices, trying to cover up the Tacos El Gordo sign, but Tacos El Diablo. Tacos El Diablo attempting to do everything they can to put Tacos El Gordo out of business. Interestingly enough, Gordo trying to put his own daughter out of business. As now, Gato Mega goes to work on his former friend El Gordo. At one time, El Gordo and Dragon Boy were as close as brothers. Now, El Gordo fighting for the other team. Working for El Rey Diablo. The man who tried to take out El Gordo on so many occasions. But now El Gordo goes down to the springboard Acai moonsault, executed to perfection by the Dragon Boy. As El Gordo goes to the eyes. This scumbag, this low life will stoop to any level to take out his very own friends. Former friends, that is. Belly to belly suplex connects. As Dragon Boy writhes on the mat. Sancho Diablo gets the tag in. Stomping away on his opponent here tonight at WINTERSLAM. Night 2, and what a huge night it is. The IWF World Heavyweight Championship to be defended by Dante De La Muerte later on tonight against the #1 contender Ace Cole. As well as the Ice Cold Elimination Chamber, where 6 superstars are going to attempt to qualify to be the #1 contender for that same World Heavyweight Championship. Who can walk away tonight, the #1 contender, and who will walk away tonight, the IWF World Heavyweight Champion? Will Dante De La Muerte successfully defend here tonight where the lights are bright on the big stage at WINTERSLAM? As Gato Mega kicks Sancho Diablo's head off and climbs up to the top rope. Gato Mega beckoning his devilish opponent to his feet. Now walks the ropes. What agility, what balance from Gato Mega. Now yanking Sancho Diablo up. Beautiful head scissor takedown, shades of El Santo. Sancho Diablo in trouble at the hands of Gato Mega. Now, hits him with a big right hand. Sancho firing back. Drop kick into the face of Gato Mega. Flattens Gato down on the mat. As El Gordo tags back in. Gato Mega with a rolling sunset flip takedown. El Gordo is down on the mat. Gato Mega dragging Gordo's lifeless body around. And what a body it is to drag. Now rolling over his former friend and boss, El Gordo. But Sancho Diablo makes the save for his former rival. Sancho and El Gordo have gone to war on so many occasions. Now on the same team as El Gordo. He's got Gato by the face. El Gordo with a low crossbody flattens Gato Mega. Now yanking Gato up. El Gordo has got the Mega Cat in trouble. Face first into the turnbuckle. Gato is down. Close call for Gato Mega. El Gordo regaining control here. And now look out, Gato. Drops that big butt. And El Gordo squashes Gato Mega here tonight, his former friend and employee. May have a broken sternum due to that huge ass of El Gordo. Dropping all his weight south on the young luchador. Sancho Diablo playing his part well tonight. As Dragon Boy, Gato Mega, and Speedy, they will have to return to Tacos El Gordo, disappointed tonight in their first outing in these Taco Wars, if you will. The team of Tacos El Diablo, Los Diablos, Sancho Diablo, and El Gordo, head chef of Tacos El Gordo. The spiciest tacos in all of Guadalajara. Sancho Diablo and El Gordo victorious here tonight on WINTERSLAM Night 2 as WINTERSLAM Night 1 was a massive event of catastrophic and epic proportions, where Queen Crystal was backed into a corner. Ronnie Flash Valentine opening his big mouth and wagering that Vinci Beleska would be defeated 3 times in a row, saying that if Vinci Beleska would win her first match, then Queen Crystal would put half of her power on the line. But if she won the second match against a mystery opponent, Queen Crystal would put all of her power on the line. And then, in the end, Vinci would face Queen Crystal. In the end of the night, Vinci Beleska not only defeated 2 opponents in one night, but she rose to the occasion and gained all of Queen Crystal's majority power. Now Vinci Beleska, the majority owner of the IWF. And what does Vinci Beleska have in store for our company? We'll have to find out on the next episode. As up next, the United States Championship will be defended by the great champion Sweetness, defending against all comers. Up until tonight, Sweetness
The following contest
has had an open challenge.
Steel cage match and is for the United States Championship. Introducing the challenger from Amarillo, Texas, weighing in at 266 pounds, the Maverick.
The Maverick indeed, the Texas gunslinger Trey Preston makes his way to the ring. And if you follow the IWF, then I don't have to tell you that Trey Preston and Sweetness have a rocky history at best. These men can't stand each other all the way back to their young days in the training camp, in the dojos. Trey Preston and Sweetness with a rivalry for the ages. However, now they're going to have to face off against the returning former Lucha champion, Spectre, holding Lucha Championship with prestige and pride for most of the year. Now Spectre making his return to the IWF. He was unfortunately defeated in his first match back against his greatest rival, Dark Ninja, the very same man that sliced him open and injured him, leaving a scar for life. Will Spectre ever get his vengeance over Dark Ninja? If Spectre were to become the United States champion here tonight, that would certainly be a step closer to getting his revenge, at least rubbing it in the face. Spectre, the former Lucha champion, looks to attain more gold at the expense of Sweetness. The big man from Sugar Hill has his work cut out for him tonight, as Sweetness was defending in an open challenge tonight. 2 contenders stepped up, and Sweetness is going to have to defend that title within the confines of an ice-cold, solid steel cage. Trey Preston, Spectre, and Sweetness will all be locked inside the cage tonight. Only one man can walk away the United States champion.
From the other side of darkness, weighing in at 257 pounds, Spectacular!
Spectre gonna try to become the IWF United States champion here tonight. Will Sweetness be able to hold on the gold with 2 top contenders here tonight? Of course, conspicuous by her absence will be Candy Casey Douglas, unable to accompany her boyfriend to ringside, under suspicion of perhaps gold digging by hanging out with Sweetness, as long as he's the United States champion. However, that hasn't been put to the test yet.
And introducing the champion from Bad Street, Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 327 pounds, he is the United States champion, Candyman Sugarfoot Sweetness.
Sweetness making his way to the ring to defend his United States Championship here tonight at WinterSlam, and what is certainly his most difficult challenge yet against two top contenders. His rival, Trey Preston, the Texas-born gunslinger, as well as the former Lucha champion, the brother of Phantasm, Spectre. Spectre and Trey Preston with eyes on the gold. Look to take it all away from Sweetness here tonight. All of his hard work and all of his title defenses may be for naught if Sweetness is unable to climb out of the cage here tonight. It's going to be a race to escape the steel. Sweetness, a great United States champion, defending against all comers. Yet Sweetness has never faced two men at once for his championship. Tonight he will truly be put to the test. Here at WinterSlam, the United States Championship hangs in the balance. Ice cold blue cage. There you see the title belt introduced to the IWF by Johnny USA as a vanity title, but Sweetness certainly proving its worth. Sweetness, Trey Preston, and Spectre locked in the cage here on WinterSlam. As Sweetness gets a takedown on Spectre, the former Lucha champion. Certainly having a rough couple of months, spending most of his time in the hospital. As Sweetness takes control, vertical suplex to Trey Preston, takes him out for the moment, so he can pound away on Spectre. Now back to Preston. Sweetness gets the snake eyes. A little flavor of Texas for the native Texan. Spectre with an elbow to the head. Body scissor, DDT connects. This action fast and furious. As WinterSlam Night 1 was a night of high stakes and emotional stakes. Tonight will be a night of action and high stakes of a different level as the World Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance. For now, Sweetness attempting to defend his gold, his title, his stakes of fame on the line. As Spectre is well on his way to becoming the United States champion right now. Sweetness cutting off the luchador. Now Spectre kicks the champion down, but Trey Preston right behind him. Spectre sitting atop the cage. Can one of these men stop him? Trey Preston yanking on the leg. The quickness of Spectre coming into play. The first man to attempt an escape. Now Spectre, he eats the steel cage in the hands of Preston, who's yanked down to the mat by Sweetness, the champion, now climbing the cage. All these men attempting to escape the steel in a timely manner. Sweetness yanking up his rival, Trey Preston. As Spectre shows off for the fans here tonight at WinterSlam. Sweetness face first into the turnbuckle as Trey Preston nails a flying lariat on Spectre. Sweetness yanking up Preston. But he's able to escape. Corkscrew forearm from Spectre takes down the champion. What a move. Now it kicks to the leg. Spectre backs the champion into the corner. Running forearm to Preston. As Sweetness resides against the turnbuckle pad. Spectre with his hands on Preston, but now back to Sweetness. Beautiful satellite DDT. Spectre looked how this one wrapped up, but he's got to catch Preston now. Preston trying to escape the cage as Spectre and Sweetness were distracted. Now Sweetness catches Spectre, but Spectre lands on top of Sweetness on that occasion. Can Spectre become the United States champion here tonight? As Trey Preston stops Spectre from climbing the cage. The Texas gunslinger Trey Preston with the opportunity of a lifetime here tonight on WINTERSLAM. Spectre scooping up Preston, but he escapes. Preston with a DDT, flattens Spectre. Now gonna yank his head off. Trey Preston back to work on Sweetness now with a back suplex. With this of fury, Trey Preston knocks down Spectre, but eats a big boot for his efforts. The champion awaiting his opportunity. Spectre showing his power, scooping up the big man Sweetness, who escapes. And now Spectre gets a half and half neck breaker. What a move. Sweetness taking exception with the right hands. Now grabs Preston from behind. And Preston reverses the leverage on Sweetness. Hopped up into a Hurricane Rana takedown to Spectre. Piston-like right hands from the gunslinger, who's taking huge slaps. Now Preston, the classic side headlock takedown. Working over Spectre. Sweetness awaiting his opportunity. Sets up Preston. Textbook vertical suplex from the big man from Sugar Hill, who gets scooped up by Spectre once again. Sweetness. Now he eats the turnbuckle. Spectre getting revenge. What a match here tonight on WINTERSLAM. These three competitors attempting to attain the United States Championship. Will the champion still walk away with his gold here tonight like he has on so many occasions? As these men are feeling the effects of the ice-cold solid steel. Sweetness comes in with Harlem's side kick on Trey Preston. Now with the ground and pound. We'll go back to Spectre, the champion. Went for a drop kick, but Spectre able to duck Sweetness's attempt. Shots into the midsection of Sweetness. Corkscrew forearm, flattens the big man. Spectre climbing the cage. Preston, you gotta stop him. So Preston heard me there. He goes to stop Spectre, who kicks off the gunslinger. Spectre looked to come in with the axe handle, but Preston ducked it. And back to the Hurricane Rana, and shots into the head of Spectre, softening up the luchador. Big boot to the chest of Trey Preston. And Sweetness, his smash face first into the mat. Spectre with quick shots to Preston. And Sweetness, the champion, shows off for his fans. Now Trey Preston, the victim of a double team. but he escapes the hold and takes out the leg of Spectre. Sweetness right behind Preston now. But Trey Preston lands on top Sweetness. And Spectre is going to try to escape once again. No, Spectre. He was going to go for the corkscrew dive, but Preston put a stop to it. Trey Preston with the go behind. Pele kick. Beautiful maneuver from Trey Preston. And Sweetness attempts to sneak up on him. Trey Preston with huge right hands. Rights and lefts into the gut. Trey Preston is on fire. Schoolboy. Super kick connects. Sweetness down on the mat as Preston hooks up Spectre into a power bomb. Smashes him into the cage. Power bomb. Spectre smashed into the mat by Trey Preston. After suffering the effects of that steel. Now Sweetness back into the fight. But Preston smashes Sweetness and Spectre's heads together with another schoolboy. Super kick connects. Spectre turning his back on the two rivals as Trey Preston goes to work on Sweetness. But now Spectre with a snapmare. Drop kick into the side of the head of Preston. Will Spectre be able to sneak in and get a win here, walk away the United States champion? Tilt-a-whirl, satellite DDT connects once again. Spectre in control over both men, but no. Dragon screw. The champion Sweetness regains his footing, and now he's climbing the cage. Sweetness gonna try to climb out of the ice-cold steel and retain his title. And Spectre and Trey Preston seem confused. You gotta stop the big man, the champion. Atop the cage, Sweetness. He was one step away from climbing out and retaining his title right there. As Spectre and Trey Preston line up to stop the champion. Sweetness is teetering in a precarious position atop the cage. Now Sweetness coming back inside. All three men on the side of the cage. Spectre wisely jumping down when he could. As now Sweetness falls from the top rope. A huge bump from the Candyman. And now Preston eats the mat as well. What a move from Spectre as he goes back up top. Spectre gets the corkscrew press. What a move from Spectre. The former Lucha champion is rolling. But Sweetness, Clemens saying he's still alive. Spectre gonna try to go for a submission there. Apparently submissions are legal in this match. Spectre trying to climb out of the cage. And Sweetness is hot on his tail. Sweetness scoops up Spectre, but he escapes and takes out the leg once again. Smart move by the former Lucha champion Spectre, who's back up top. This high-flying luchador knows no bounds. Went for another corkscrew, but took the mat. Nobody in the pool for Spectre on that occasion as Sweetness and Preston are still standing. Spectre goes face first into the turnbuckle, and Preston gets a huge Texas lariat on Sweetness. Sweetness brain scramble for that Texas lariat. And now Trey Preston in a similar situation. But he gets out of the way. Spectre missing that SIE moonsault. Spectre. The Great Luchador takes down Sweetness once again. Body scissor DDT. Spectre with amazing resilience and recovery there. Now going to try to climb out. But Sweetness quickly putting a stop to Spectre's championship aspirations. Atomic drop from Trey Preston. Leaving Sweetness reeling. And he gets the Schoolboy into a super kick on Spectre. Rights and lefts. The Gunslinger takes down Sweetness. But Sweetness with a flying head scissor. What a maneuver from the big man. And tucks the forearm from Spectre. These three men taking each other to great lengths here tonight. Pushing the limits inside the ice-cold cage. Spectre, Trey Preston, and Sweetness all want to be the United States champion. Schoolboy super kick catching Sweetness again. This time busting his nose open. Beautiful move from the Gunslinger. That came out quite ugly. Now with forearms into the back of Spectre. The damaged and weakened back of Spectre. Taking those clubbing forearms. As now Preston trying to climb out, but his knee meets the cage. Preston had to get down. Couldn't take any more damage to his legs. But he gets dropped first, face first on the top rope, excuse me. So excited here tonight for WINTERSLAM. I stumble over my words. As Sweetness climbs out of the cage, the champion. He had both men day. Spectre distracted. Sweetness is about to escape. Spectre up on the cage. Putting a stop to the champion once again. Which one of these men will be able to escape the cage here tonight? Sweetness pulled back down into the ring. Spectre and Sweetness fighting it out on the side of the cage. And Spectre gets his face slammed into the cage. Twice. Meeting the steel. But Preston catches Sweetness, smashing his leg into the steel. And now face first, Sweetness meets the mat. Spectre misses the axe handle. Trey Preston catches it with a bulldog that busts open Spectre beneath his mask. Preston, he's got the opportunity, he's got the chance now. But Spectre regains his footing and goes back to the knees of Preston. Trey Preston in a precarious position. The champion on the attack now. Who gets kicked off once again by the Gunslinger. And Preston misses the axe handle, but takes a super kick to the back of the head from the big sweet champion, who flies into the cage. What a move from Spectre now. Sweetness on the outside. Gunslinger kick connects. Spectre just crumbles down like a sack of potatoes. Trey Preston trying to make his great escape now. But Sweetness is back on the knees. Preston wisely jumping down, but Sweetness was waiting. Hammering his rival, Trey Preston, down. What a match here tonight on WINTERSLAM. The United States Championship means so much to these superstars. Taking their bodies to the limit. Spectre dropped on the top rope once again. Trey Preston with Sweetness out. Against a beautiful flying drop kick. Sweetness the champion down on the mat. Spectre breaking up the submission attempt. We'll get a tilt-a-whirl arm drag takedown. Lucha Libre maneuvers executed to perfection. Corkscrew dive. The head connected to the ribs of Trent Preston. And now, Spectre got Preston all locked up in the counter mutilation. And Trent Preston submits. And that's it. We got a new United States champion. Sweetness. He can't believe it. What a match here tonight on WinterSlam with a surprise ending. With submission legal, Spectre was able to force Trey Preston, the gunslinger, to tap out here tonight. And Sweetness loses his championship without even losing the match.
Here is your winner and new United States Champion, Spectacular!
Spectre, part of the Great Phantasm Family Dynasty, now the United States Champion of the IWF. What a match and what a win for Spectre, regaining some gold here. Perhaps some recompense for losing the Lucha Championship earlier this year. But up next, a Spectro Azteca will look to gain his vengeance over his nemesis, his greatest rival, Ronnie Flash Valentine. Ronnie Valentine, earlier this year, he bought the contract of a Spectro Azteca, collecting all of his paychecks, taking advantage of the Aztec Warrior and forcing him into fights he didn't want to participate in. Spectro Azteca was expected to join the High Rollers, and he was expected also to remove his mask and abandon his Aztec heritage. Spectro Azteca refusing to do so. He fought back against the High Rollers, with Los Aztecas competing against the High Rollers on several occasions. However, the High Rollers had an ace up their sleeve, if you will. Ace Gold, Romeo Adonis, and Ronnie Valentine, turning Azrael, the oldest Aztec brother, the rich benefactor of the family, into the fourth High Roller. Now in rocky times, as the High Rollers are completely against the son of Azrael, supporting his Lucha Libre heritage as Hazel wearing the mask that Azrael once wore. Now the High Rollers want to get rid of him.
No-holds-barred match. Making his way to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Luchador.
The Spectro Azteca certainly taking exception to being traded like a slave earlier this year, being forced to fork over all of his money to the High Rollers. Now he looks for revenge. It was on Thanksgiving that Los Aztecas and Los Diablos teamed up in a big ladder match where the High Rollers defeated that team and gained all of their money back. The High Rollers with the upper hand, however, now the faction in utter turmoil. Here tonight ahead of Ace Gold, the leader of the High Rollers, competing for the World Heavyweight Championship.
From New York, New York, weighing in at 240 pounds, Ron E. Flash Valentine.
Ronnie Flash Valentine, the New York Mafia Don. Ronnie Flash Valentine, Ace Gold, and Romeo Adonis with a disdain and a distaste for Lucha Libre have been attempting to get rid of Los Aztecas for the entire year. Now Ronnie Flash Valentine will finally go one-on-one with a Spectro Azteca. Will a Spectro get his vengeance here tonight? And what will happen in the future of the High Rollers? As Ronnie Valentine, Romeo Adonis, and Ace Gold have told Azrael that if his son Azazel does not remove his mask, then they will force him into retirement and take the mask off for him. Now, we question where Azrael's loyalties lie. Does it lie to his son and his family, or to the greed and the money of the High Rollers, putting his business in jeopardy? As now, Ronnie Flash Valentine and Espectro Azteca lock up. One-on-one here on WINTERSLAM. Can Espectro Azteca defeat the Bleach Blonde Mafia Don, the New York Nature Boy? As for the figure 4 leg lock, as well as that flash kick. A super kick known to knock that out. As Ronnie Flash works over the upper body, the arms of Espectro Azteca into those classic Nature Boy chops. Scoops up Espectro with a beautiful backdrop suplex. And what is this? Ronnie Flash Valentine distracted at the entryway. Espectro Azteca, he doesn't care. He's going to use the opportunity. Jumps Ronnie Valentine from behind, whipping him into the corner. Espectro Azteca gains the advantage due to a distraction from an unknown perpetrator. Espectro with a springboard senton. What a move. Now he climbs up top. Espectro with the Aztec splash, meeting the knees of Ronnie Flash Valentine, the well-experienced veteran. Scouting that Aztec splash well. And goes back to the face. Will fight as dirty as he can. Ronnie Flash will win if he can, lose if he must, but he will always cheat. Now taking out the legs with an Nature Boy wound to the crowd. Ronnie Flash Valentine locks on the figure 4 leg lock. Espectro Azteca in dire trouble. Now rolls over his opponent. Ronnie Flash Valentine escaping the hold on that occasion. But Espectro back into the match now. And for an atomic drop and splash combo now with the gut-wrench suplex. Espectro Azteca gonna teach Valentine a lesson. Smashing him face first into the mat with that banger ring. Now setting up for the Aztec spear. Will he hit it? Ronnie Valentine just gets smashed into the mat with the Aztec spear. Espectro's got it. No, Ronnie Flash Valentine able to kick out at 2 from the Aztec spear. Could you imagine if Espectro would have got the 3 count like that? Now Espectro heading back up top. As Valentine recovers, chopping down Espectro Azteca, the man that he treated like less than human. Buying and selling the contract and taking all of his money, but now he hits the flash kick in the blink of an eye. Espectro gets the shoulder up. Espectro with great heart, determination, and resiliency, able to kick out of the flash kick. Now Valentine, let's go back to the figure 4 leg lock. But Espectro gets a tilt-a-whirl slam. Espectro regains the advantage, now takes down Valentine. Aztec crossface. The Aztec crossface is applied. Will Ronnie Valentine submit? Now he rolls out. Shot to the gut of Azteca. But Espectro Azteca catches Valentine. Powerbomb position. Valentine fighting for his life. Huge flying knee into the face of Espectro. And now he will go back to the legs. Clover leaf applied from Ronnie Valentine. Espectro right next to the ropes. Will he grab the bottom rope? Espectro is right there. Valentine releases the hold. Feeling that the damage is done. He goes back to those huge chops. Snapping the knee backwards, Valentine. He thinks he's got him. Feet on the ropes. No, the referee, he caught Valentine. Valentine tried to cheat, but no. Catches Espectro due to the distraction with a figure 4 leg lock. Masterfully done from Ronnie Flash Valentine, luring his prey in. Now Espectro Azteca fighting. Will Espectro get his revenge, or will he be embarrassed here tonight by Ronnie Flash Valentine Eye Rollers? Valentine in desperate need of a huge win here in the IWF. With Espectro Azteca, perhaps an unstoppable force of kinetic energy here tonight. Dragon screw leg whip, Valentine and Espectro Azteca showing that they're two men of equal skills. Fist into the face of Espectro. Russian leg sweep. Ronnie Valentine working over Espectro. Hit toss to Valentine. Espectro regains control. What a match here tonight on WINTERSLAM. Espectro Azteca facing off against his rival, his nemesis, Ronnie Flash Valentine. One-on-one competition. Los Aztecas and the High Rollers. As Espectro works over his opponent, he will head back up top. Aztec Splash! Aztec Splash connects! Espectro's got him! No! Ronnie Flash Valentine with the shoulder up. Espectro setting up his opponent from the corner. Will he hit it? Aztec Spear connects. Ronnie Valentine down flat on the mat. Espectro to the outside. He wants to hit it again. Aztec Splash gets the knees. Valentine was ready and waiting. And Valentine goes back to the chops. Unbelievably, both of these men still standing. Valentine goes for a neck breaker. Espectro shoves it off, blocks the punch, and tosses Ronnie Valentine like a ragdoll there. Ronnie Flash Valentine in deep dire trouble as Espectro locks the head up and smashes an elbow into the skull. Springboard, senton misses. Espectro favoring his lower back there now as Espectro hammers into the gut of Ronnie Valentine. Valentine went to take out the leg, but Espectro, he just moved his leg. Back and forth these men go. What a rivalry, what a match for the ages here tonight. Espectro Azteca and Ronnie Flash Valentine. That's now Espectro. He's got the Aztec crossface again. That's it for Ronnie Valentine. Ronnie Valentine must submit. Locked in the Aztec crossface, being tortured now. Espectro yanks back, but he's forced to release the hold. Now time for the pin. Did he choke out Ronnie Valentine? Yes! Espectro Azteca choking out the New York Nature Boy with the Aztec crossface and getting the pin here tonight at WINTERSLAM. What a win for Espectro. Dashing the dreams of Ronnie Flash Valentine, getting his WINTERSLAM moment. As his plans are thwarted and foiled by his rival Espectro Azteca, putting his opponent to shame. Espectro Azteca is victorious here tonight, getting his revenge over the New York Nature Boy Ronnie Flash Valentine. And the High Rollers in utter turmoil, heading into our main event. The #1 contender, Ace Gold, will have so much on his mind as he attempts to take the championship from Dante De La Muerte. Will Dante successfully defend his title? We'll find out later on as well. That's another ice cold cage of a different kind in the Elimination Chamber. where 6 superstars will attempt to become the #1 contender. But up next, we're going to see a massive match of megalithic proportions as these 3 monstrous superstars square off. This one all started back on Thanksgiving at the Survival Series when Sumo Joe's team took on Yoshihana's team. Of course, the unholy Thanos, he was a partner for Yoshihana. However, during the match, the unholy Thanos seemed to have some sort of stare down with Sumo Joe and decided to leave the match and walk away, leaving Yoshihana to be eliminated and defeated on that night. Yoshihana, of course, taking exception, still looking for revenge over the unholy Goliath, the unholy Thanos. Then having a tables match against Sumo Joe, where Sumo Joe drove the massive unholy Goliath through a table. Now these 3 men will square off in a triple threat elimination match. And will the ring collapse between the weight of these mega massive kaijus here tonight? We'll find out as Yoshihana, the unholy Thanos, and Sumo Joe square off in what is clearly the biggest match of the night, literally, here at WINTERSLAM. With DrHooksMalone, brought to you by the IWF. Thank you all for joining me. What a night of action we've had so far. What a match we have ahead of us up next. Yoshihana, Sumo Joe, the unholy Thanos. They're going to duke it out here on WINTERSLAM.
The following contest is a triple threat match. Making his way to the ring from Hiroshima, Japan, weighing in at 514 pounds, the immovable object.
DrHooksMalone back here with you for massive triple threat action. 3 massive, enormous, gargantuan wins. An attempt to eliminate each other here tonight as Yoshihana starts off strong. Huge suplex there from Yoshihana to the Goliath, the unholy THANX. Sumo Joe just tossed Yoshi overhead with ease. Sumo Joe in a war with Yoshihana. He's been going back and forth on so many occasions. Now the unholy THANX stands between them as Sumo Joe hoists up THANX and drops him throat first on the ropes. Yoshihana and Sumo Joe with an epic war for the ages. Perhaps culminating here tonight with the unholy THANX in the middle of it. Huge combo from Sumo Joe into that senton bomb. But Yoshihana survives. The massive Yoshihana, the man mountain, the thrilling sumo superstar. Outside the ring now is Sumo Joe. Hammers down on the unholy THANX, and the Batman from Japan is bringing it here tonight. Scoops up THANX again. Yoshihana re-entering the ring as the unholy THANX escapes the clutches of Sumo Joe and tosses Sumo Joe like a rag doll. Sumo Joe is a huge man, just flew across the ring, but now he squashes the unholy THANX with that ample posterior. And now, an even bigger sumo superstar just locked eyes, these two rivals. Sumo Joe connects again, inverted atomic drop, boot to the face into a senton. Training so hard for this match, catches Yoshihana with the very same combo. Tosses the unholy THANX to the outside. Sumo Joe in control here. And these 3 massive men fight it out. Belly to belly suplex from Yoshihana, and what a belly it is. Side Russian leg sweep from the unholy THANX. And the unholy one smashes Yoshi face first into the mat with that flatliner. The unholy THANX fighting it out with Yoshihana here tonight on WINTERSLAM as Sumo Joe rejoins the fray. Belly-to-belly suplex from Sumo Joe. The unholy THANX rolls out of the ring. Overhead toss from Yoshihana. What a show of strength from the man mountain. Now, ready to drop that big butt. Sumo Joe gets his sternum crushed by Yoshihana. Joe is back up, withstanding the attack of Yoshi. With a huge shot into the chest, now drops Sumo Joe, throat burst on the top rope. Will go for the pin again. Can Yoshi get the pin on his rival? He does not. The unholy THANX yanking up Yoshihana now. Wants to go for another flatliner, but Yoshi escapes the clutches of the Goliath. As now he locks up Sumo Joe. Head and arm choke, Yoshihana. He's going to choke out the big man. But the unholy THANX able to escape there. Big chop into the chest. Yoshihana and Sumo Joe now hit a double RKO. What a move from the big sumo superstars. Taking out the unholy THANX. But now Yoshi back to work on Sumo Joe, tosses him out of the ring. What does Yoshihana have in mind here? Brings Sumo Joe to the outside. Joe now catches him with another inverted atomic drop. And yet another. Yoshihana in big trouble as Sumo Show goes back to the ring. Catches the unholy Thanos with his show driver. The unholy Thanos is out. That's all. No. The unholy Thanos able to kick out of the show driver. Unbelievable. And find the Sumo Show. The unholy Thanos popping up even angrier. Yanks Sumo Show to his feet and throws him like a ragdoll again. Yoshi now catch the DDT. The massive unholy Goliath fighting it out with Yoshihana. Gonna try to keep the big man down, stomping on that hand that he delivers the spike with. Yoshihana takes a shot to the gut. Yoshi back on Thanos. The unholy Thanos takes a suplex at the hands of Yoshihana. What a match here. Yoshi gonna drop the weight. Yoshi's on top of the unholy Thanos. No! 2 3/4. The unholy Thanos barely escaping that ample ass of Yoshihana. Sumo Show drives the knee into the face of his rival. These three men taking each other to the limit here tonight. What a war here, WinterSlam. Yoshi just caught Joe. Sumo Show being choked out by the big man. Yoshihana's got him. Sumo Show escaping the hold. Unbelievably, Sumo Show surviving the chokehold of Yoshihana. And out does the unholy Thanos, landing on top of him. Sumo Show catches Yoshi on the second rope. Yoshi back with a huge roundhouse kick from the crowd. The large educated feet of Yoshihana come into play as he clubs Sumo Show down. Sumo Show, his former protege, writhing in pain on the outside. But Yoshi gets caught with another flatliner facebuster. The unholy Thanos busting open the massive man mountain. Does he have him now? Will lock up the leg. Death the Alpha applied. Death the Alpha applied to Yoshihana. Yoshihana is forced to tap out to the unholy Thanos. My God. What a match of epic proportions here as Yoshihana has been eliminated at WinterSlam. Unbelievable. Now the unholy Thanos and Sumo Show are all that remain. Sumo Show gets tripped out and he's locked in the DTF. Sumo Show in trouble, being tortured at the hands of the unholy Thanos, and he's forced to submit as well. The unholy Thanos reigning supreme here tonight on WinterSlam. And we have certainly had a cold winter so far, and it's about to get even colder as the dark cloud looming over the IWF grows. The unholy Thanos, fiancé of Victoria Lovecraft, the women's world champion. Now the unholy Thanos with a victory over Yoshihana and Sumo Show. What a match here tonight on WinterSlam as the unholy Thanos rises to the occasion and reigns supreme. The Unholy Alliance will be pleased with their leader as the Unholy Thanos gets the unlikely victory here tonight at WinterSlam. What a match. As up next, we're going to see ladies action. Two friends become rivals after their grueling Hell in a Cell match earlier this week with their other best friend, Rachel Reyes. Rachel was unfortunately defeated in the main event of WinterSlam Night 1 by Victoria Lovecraft, the Gypsy Witch Queen, retaining her women's championship. However, she's also successfully driven a wedge between her rivals, the Inmates, forcing them to compete in individual matches in order to qualify for a championship match against her. Tonight, Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost will put their friendship aside in order to take each other apart under Extreme Rules, still holding a grudge After that grueling Hell in a Cell, tossing each other off of the top and somehow surviving. They will now compete again. Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost fighting with heart and determination here tonight. Want to get one step closer to squaring off with Victoria Lovecraft for the Women's World Championship. Which one of these inmates will walk away with the win tonight here at WINTERSLAM when the lights are bright on the big stage? Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost will go one-on-one with Extreme Rules. What sort of mayhem are we in for? As the runaway lunatic, Selena Sane makes her arrival.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match. Making her way to the ring, representing the inmates from no place in particular, Selena Sane.
Selena Sane, member of the inmates, the runaway orphan. Never truly had a home, doesn't know where she comes from. Selena Sane being passed from orphanages to halfway houses to prisons her whole life. Now free to walk the streets, Selena Sane will square off against her best friend Mercedes Frost. Mercedes, Rachel Reyes, and Selena Sane all forming a pact when they were locked up together to watch each other's backs until the end. But now they will square off. And while their friendship survived this, will Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost be able to look back and laugh after they beat the ever-living shit out of each other? We'll find out up next.
And representing the inmates from Juneau, Alaska, Mercedes Frost.
DrHooksMalone here for WINTERSLAM. Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost, two of the inmates and very best friends, squaring off one-on-one here tonight, hoping for a future championship opportunity against their great rival Victoria Lovecraft. Will Mercedes and Selena Sane destroy each other in the process, trying to get to the champion, much like Rachel Reyes seems to have done. Rachel Reyes going into her title match, quite injured, missing an eye. And Victoria Lovecraft was able to defeat her nemesis and greatest rival in a very emotional match. Rachel Reyes had to go home in the agony of defeat, as now she's going to have to watch her friends Selena Sane and Mercedes Frost fight it out. Mercedes, the Alaskan assassin, the Inuit ninja, no stranger to the cold. Now smashing the Selena Sane into those snowy pads on the outside. Breaking away at the face of our friend Selena. And Selena Sane is back up. The unpredictable lunatic of the inmate, Selena Sane, now drops Mercedes Frost with that double arm DDT on the outside. Referee, slow to make the count as Mercedes kicks out. Selena Sane, tossing A piece of the table out of frustration. Now Mercedes Frost recovering. Mercedes throwing shots into the gut of Selena Sane. The inmates locking up here tonight once again. After the best of Victoria Lovecraft. Successfully getting her enemies to destroy each other here tonight. Selena goes for some more hardware. Mercedes Frost cuts her off with kicks. Flying ninja kick to the face, Selena Sane. His days down on that thin padding on the outside. She gets tossed back in the ring by Mercedes Frost. Mercedes on the hunt. As if she can smell the championship gold, Mercedes Frost. Here's a rolling neck breaker. Beautiful maneuver. And Selena clotheslines Mercedes over the top rope. These inmates tearing into each other tonight at WINTERSLAM. As Mercedes, she's got a chair. But Selena disarms her now. But tries to spike her face first into the chair, but the chair moved out of the way. Now, Selena Sane distracted at the entrance ramp. Is this a false alarm? Selena distracted. Wait, there's Cat Scarlet. What is Cat Scarlet doing here? A member of the Coven. Cat Scarlet, that harlot. The Crimson Kitty of the Coven. Why did she help Mercedes Frost? Cat Scarlet, the bitter nemesis and rival of Mercedes Frost, embroiled in a blood feud. Now Mercedes Frost in control with the chair. After the interference and the assistance from Cat Scarlet, Mercedes Frost ruthlessly hitting her friend with that chair. Now working her over in the corner. Selena Sane fighting back with her will and determination. The Coven attempting to drive a further wedge between these inmates. As now Selena unleashing her lunatic side. Fighting away at the fingers of Mercedes Frost. Selena gonna head to the top rope. Will she hit the insane elbow? The insane elbow connects. Mercedes Frost down and out on the mat. Selena Sane has done it. Now Mercedes kicking out of the insane elbow. And that is unbelievable in itself. Mercedes Frost and Selena Sane fighting it out on WINTERSLAM. Mercedes. She gets the flatliner. Into that cone of silence choke. Mercedes Frost trying to choke out Selena Sane with her legs. What a hold from Mercedes Frost, nearly forcing Selena Sane to submit as she escapes. And gets a reverse DDT. Selena Sane writhing down on the mat as Mercedes Frost climbs up top. What has Mercedes got in mind? Selena to her feet. Meteor from the top. That's it for Selena Sane. Mercedes Frost has done it. No, Selena Sane survives. How did Selena Sane kick out of that flying Meteora? Mercedes Frost whipping Selena Sane into the corner, but Selena reverses. Selena with a vicious mean streak, breaking the face of Mercedes across the top rope. Now hammering down on her friend. Selena Sane unleashing. Selena Sane now back in control, yanks up her friend Mercedes. whipped into the corner. The Alaskan Assassin, perhaps showing her true colors here tonight. Or maybe Cat Scarlet was just trying to drive a wedge between the inmates, who knows? But Selena Sane has recovered nonetheless. Gets a reverse DDT there. And now Selena with the chair, but she drops it. Refuses to hit her friend with the chair. She'll go for the pin instead. She's ready to end this. No, Mercedes Frost still kicks out. Selena Sane may regret the decision to drop the chair. As now Mercedes is back in control. Trying to yank Selena's shoulder out of the socket. Selena back up. But Mercedes catches her once again with that rolling neck breaker. Selena is down. Mercedes nearly gets the pin. And Mercedes Frost comes within an eyelash of defeating Selena Sane. But Selena back up quickly with that dragon screw leg whip, now hammering down. Ruthless shots into the skull of Selena Sane. Or excuse me, Mercedes Frost. Selena gets a future shock DDT. That's got to be all for Mercedes. Selena's got it. No, Mercedes kicks out once again. Unbelievable action here tonight in this show stealer in WinterSlam. Selena Sane with the knee lift. Taking down Mercedes, now back up top again. The insane elbow. No, Mercedes. Too quick. The Inuit Ninja now kicks the head off of Selena Sane. Mercedes Frost executing that kick to perfection. And Selena Sane is defeated. Mercedes Frost. The Inuit Ninja, the Alaskan Assassin with that spinning back kick. Just knocked Selena Sane out cold. Selena went for it all with the insane elbow. But Mercedes Frost able to escape and got the spinning back kick after a grueling match. Mercedes Frost overcomes her best friend Selena Sane tonight. The Inuit Ninja, Mercedes Frost picking up the win here at WinterSlam, and what a huge win it is. This aptly named young lady.
Here is your winner, Mercedes Frost.
Mercedes Frost picking up the win of her career here tonight at WinterSlam. What a match. These two with something to prove here tonight. Went all in and stole the show here at WinterSlam. Brought to you by the IWF and DrHooksMalone. I'd like to thank you all for joining me for what has been an amazing night of action. As now, we're going to see one of our two-part main event as the #1 contendership hangs in the balance in the ice-cold elimination chamber. Excuse me. The elimination chamber, a structure bent on destruction. Cold hard steel will rip, tear, and break bones. And the flesh, human beings were not meant for the elimination chamber. However, tonight these 6 men with championship ambitions will attempt to climb the proverbial ladder in the IWF. As we see 3 former champions and 3 men attempting to climb and make their own destiny. The Madman making his return here tonight. The former champion defeated by Dante De La Muerte due to the blood money in the bank, making his return in this match here at the Elimination Chamber. Here on WinterSlam with DrHooksMalone.
The contest is an elimination chamber match. 341 pounds, the monster. The Savior!
DrHooksMalone back here with you. As the Walking Chainsaw Massacre, Frank Keane makes his arrival.
From Wisconsin, weighing in at 325 pounds, Frank Keane.
Frank Keane, with his best friend bringing the chainsaw to the ring. A likeness to Leatherface, of course, Frank Keane, hailing from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And you dare not mention his uncle's name. The Walking Chainsaw Massacre with the opportunity of his life here tonight inside the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber. Ice cold winter slam. One of our main events. The #1 contendership hanging in the balance as Xavier and Frank Keane start things off here on Winter Slam. Frank Keane drops Xavier quick. Now he's going to the top rope. Frank Keane, like a massive 747, crashes into the chest of the Nigerian prize fighter Xavier. Certainly Xavier will not be happy with being the #1 entry in this Elimination Chamber here at Winter Slam. Xavier believes he shouldn't have to qualify for a championship match. But now Frank Keane and Xavier locking up. Xavier on the roll of a lifetime with several wins in multi-man elimination matches. This is just his style. Will Savion survive to the end? As now he stomps away on Big Frankie. But Frankie's back up with an unorthodox style. Savion gets a back body drop. Savion out of his usual territory, climbing to the top. Diving headbutt connects. And talk about a 747. Savion flies off the top rope with a headbutt into the guts of Frankie. But Big Frankie somehow surviving. Now Savion stomping away to that, now pounding him down with those big right hands. Forearm into the skull of Frankie, busts open that brittle forehead. Now with those knees into the skull of Frankie Savion. Going back to his textbook, pounding down Frankie with brutal efficiency. But now Frank regains control, and he's got the larynx, the choke, the death choke applied. The walking chainsaw massacre. Frankie trying to claim another victim there. But Savion escapes and gets a German suplex. The well-educated, well-versed Nigerian prize fighter with a beautiful German suplex of Frankie, but Frankie survives it. Scooped up by Savion. Frankie escaping the clutches of Savion as we've got another entrant. Jamal Jones enters the fray. Former world champion Jamal Jones steps in the ring. And J Money, the favorite to win here tonight, is the third man to enter the match. Huge German suplex to Savion. Jamal Jones with a victory over Savion this past week on Late Night. Can he repeat that success here tonight? One must not forget that the Monster Perez, Damian Rodriguez, and the Madman await inside their chambers. Jamal Jones fighting it out with Frankie now. Goes to the leg of the big man. These two men, no strangers to each other. Squaring off on many occasions, Jamal Jones knows how to take the big man down, but Frankie escapes the ankle lock on that occasion. The Jamaican Olympian and former champion Jamal Jones looking to rise to his former glory here tonight. Wants to become the #1 contender. Will he do so? Can Frankie or Savion survive all these other insanely dangerous superstars? The Monster Perez, presented to us here tonight by his daughter Rosalicia, getting her father out on work release, wants the Monster Perez to be her meal ticket to the top. That's now Savion, Jamal Jones, and Frankie fight it out. Frankie in the clutches of Jamal Jones, almost got slammed to the outside, but Savion, anxious to get a piece of Frankie, just gets caught by J Money. Jamal Jones with the bankroll. Will he force Savion to submit? Savion in trouble early on here at WINTERSLAM. For some unfortunate reason, Savion and Frankie drawing numbers 1 and 2. I am DrHooksMalone, and I'm stumbling over my words because I'm so excited for this main event here at WINTERSLAM. Elimination Chamber underway. Jamal Jones and Savion locking up with Frankie, getting involved with a DDT. Jamal Jones down on the mat. Savion gets whipped to the outside as we're about to see another entrant Who will enter the Ice Cold Elimination Chamber as J Money gets a death spike. Frank Keane shoving that thumb deep into the throat of Jamal Jones. But Jamal Jones able to kick out of the death spike delivered by Frank Keane. And now, all these men must face a monster. The Monster Perez, released from his cell. A place he's very used to being in. Being held for 25 years in maximum security Puerto Rican prison. The Monster Perez looks to get his revenge for a life of punishment. Delivering that headbutt into the heart of Jamal Jones. But J Money, with all the heart and determination in the world, fighting back with everything he's got against the monster. Frank Keane nails the spike into the throat of the Nigerian prize fighter. Savion down on the mat.
A competitor has been eliminated.
And Savion is the first man eliminated from WINTERSLAM. As Jamal Jones rolls into the ankle lock, the bankroll applied on Frank Keane. Frank Keane fighting out a submission hold. The Monster Perez, ecstatic to be out of his cage. As Jamal Jones tries to eliminate Big Frank Keane. Frankie in huge trouble up on the shoulders of Jamal Jones. Dropping him over the top rope to the outside. But now the Monster Perez tosses Jamal Jones. Jamal Jones taking a pounding at the hands of the Monster. The Monster Perez, he wants his opportunity, he wants his shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Nails another headbutt with that mask, who knows what that thing is made of. Nobody can get close enough to this guy. 2 count only. Rosalicia authorizing the Monster Perez's participation here tonight. Will he dominate the competition? Tossing Frank Keane. Ragdolling the walking tails on Massacre, but Jamal Jones escapes the clutches of the Monster. Northern Lights suplex, and Jamal Jones with such power rolls through with 2. The Monster Perez is down. 1 count only. Jamal Jones exerting so much energy with that move. Will he be able to recover? Frank Keane nearly pins the former world champion, and now Jamal Jones is in for a huge surprise, as well as the Monster Perez. Both of these men hate Damian Rodriguez with a passion. Damian nails Jamal Jones with a suplex powerbomb. What a maneuver. DDT to Monster Perez as Frank Keane regains control. 4 men released from their chambers right now. The Nigerian prizefighter Savion already eliminated from this grueling elimination chamber. And Savion will certainly have something to say about his entry number. As Jamal Jones gets caught by Damian Rodriguez. These 2 bitter rivals. Certainly a war for the ages. Will be remembered for their battles over 2022 going down in history. The ankle lock is applied to Rodriguez. Damian Rodriguez in trouble. Jamal Jones has got him. And now Frankie tries to thumb it to the throat. The death spike on the Monster Perez. Does Frank Keane have the monster?
A competitor has been eliminated.
My God, Frank Keane with the magic combination to put away the monster Perez. Shoving that thumb deep into the throat. Now Luke's going to choke out the Omen. Damian Rodriguez. He choked out to the mat. Frank Keane eliminating the monster Perez. And now Frankie is all worked up. Jamal Jones nearly gets the pin on his rival Damian Rodriguez. And the Madman still awaits in his chamber. Jamal Jones firing back on the massive Frank Keane. Keane trying to drag Jamal Jones, but J Money with shots into the gut. J Money with a beautiful combo on Frank Keane, reeling the big man back into the turnbuckle. As Damian Rodriguez gets caught in a Northern Lights suplex. Jamal Jones, the suplex machine here tonight at WinterSlam. Tossing Damian Rodriguez to the outside. And now Jamal Jones climbing to the top rope. But Frankie catches him as the Madman is about to be unleashed. The Madman hasn't been seen since he lost his World Heavyweight Championship to Dante De La Muerte with the Blood Money in the Bank briefcase. The Madman with a special attire, dressed as Old Man Winter here for WinterSlam with the Madman be able to become the #1 contender and get another shot at the man who ruthlessly stole his championship. Jamal Jones taking it to the Madman as Frank Keane pounds down the Omen, Damian Rodriguez. J Money's got the ankle lock. The Madman in trouble already. Jamal Jones, a brilliant competitor, goes to the legs of the big Madman. Rodriguez and Frankie battling it out on the right side of your screen as the Madman applies a sleeper hold to Jamal Jones. Damian Rodriguez is smashing the mat, but Jamal Jones,
a competitor, has been eliminated.
Jamal Jones, the favorite to win this match here tonight, is the victim of those pythons. The Madman choking out Jamal Jones. The Madman, he went after Damian Rodriguez, but Frank Keane, fighting his heart out here tonight, still remains in this match. Smashes Rodriguez down to the mats on the outside. The Madman climbing to the top rope, and he is a Madman indeed. Moonsault to nothing. The Madman scoops up Frank Keane. It's a huge atomic drop as Damian Rodriguez rides in the ring. Only 3 men remain in this huge elimination chamber match. The Madman, Frank Keane, and Damian Rodriguez fighting it out to see who can beat the #1 contender and walk away with a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, the most coveted goal. All of that fame, fortune, honor, and glory resides within that championship belt with these men so covet. That's now Damian Rodriguez. He locks on the Omen lock. The Omen lock is applied on the Madman in the ring. Will the Madman be forced to submit? The Madman, suffering, escapes the Omen lock. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody escape the Omen lock before, but now Frank Keane, he's got the death choke locked in. Trying to crush the larynx and the trachea. Damian Rodriguez in huge trouble. Damian escaping the choke. As now the Omen whips the Madman into the corner. Frank Keane catches Rodriguez. Setting up for a powerbomb. Over the ropes to the outside, Damian Rodriguez goes. Now Frank Keane, one of the men who drew #1 and 2. Went to drive the thumb into the throat of the Madman. But the Madman, he's got Frankie on top. Boozles him all the way down. The Madman chokeslam from the top rope. And Frankie is out of here. We are down to 2. Only one of these men will be the #1 contender. The Madman gets caught by Damian Rodriguez, 2 former champions, duking it out to see who can qualify. The Madman survives the assault of Damian Rodriguez, but for how long? The Madman catches Rodriguez, hoisting him up. Cheers to Lex Luger with the torture rack. The torture rack is applied to Damian Rodriguez. Damian in huge trouble. The Madman's got him. The Madman asserting his power. Rodriguez being tortured up in the rack. Will he get pinned? The Madman's got it. No! Damian Rodriguez somehow survives the torture rack of the Madman, but now he's goozled. The Madman's got him. No! Rodriguez survives. Hooks up the Madman for the end of days. End of days connects. Courtesy of Damian Rodriguez, but the Madman's got him down. He goes up top. What is the Madman doing? The Madman making the mistake of his life. Should have never left his feet. Damian Rodriguez now knocks the Madman down with the European uppercut, and he's got him locked up in the Omen lock. The Madman suffering in the ring. Will he submit here on WinterSlam? Damian Rodriguez has got it. Will he be the #1 contender? The Madman within inches. Within inches. The Madman survives. And look out, Madman. Damian drives the knee into the chin. And the Madman is down and out. Your #1 contender, the Omen, Damian Rodriguez, leader of El Sindicato. Damian Rodriguez defeating all comers here tonight on WinterSlam inside the Elimination Chamber.
Here is your winner, Damian Rodriguez.
Damian Rodriguez with the win of a lifetime. Victorious when it counted most under the bright lights on the big stage. The Omen himself, Damian Rodriguez, picks up the winner tonight in the Elimination Chamber. What a match here tonight on WinterSlam. Unbelievable action inside the Elimination Chamber. As up next is our main event, the final match of the night. As Dante De La Muerte, the IWF World Heavyweight Champion, will have to defend, certainly against his toughest challenger yet, Ace Gold. Ace Gold qualifying for this match by challenging Jamal Jones and Damian Rodriguez, the top contenders, to a triple threat ladder match. Ace capitalizing on the opportunity, snuck up the ladder and grabbed the #1 contender briefcase, with the whole world questioning Ace Gold's credibility. He was forced to compete in a triple threat match against Damian Rodriguez and Jamal Jones under elimination rules. Ace Gold was able to defeat both Damian Rodriguez and Jamal Jones in the same night. Now, Ace Gold proving his worth as the Ace of Spades, the leader of the High Rollers, will finally get his opportunity to assert himself. Will he achieve his former glory once again? This great former champion making his rise. Is this the renaissance of Ace Gold?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the International Wrestling World's Heavyweight Championship.
The main event of WINTERSLAM now. And we should have known. We should have known the Ace of Spades would arrive in grand fashion here for WINTERSLAM. Will Ace Gold achieve his former glory once again and regain the thing that he wants the most in life, the World Heavyweight Championship? Will he avenge the loss of his wife, Queen Crystal, to Finchy Valeska? Queen Crystal, hanging on by a thread, will stand in the corner of her husband, the Ace of Spades, as he attempts to attain the World Heavyweight Championship tonight in the main event of WINTERSLAM. Will Queen Crystal lead her man to a victory, or will he suffer her fate and be defeated by the World Heavyweight Champion, Dante De La Muerte? Ace Gold, the leader of the High Rollers, despises Lucha Libre in all forms. Tonight, he'll be forced to step in the ring with who is possibly the greatest luchador of all, Dante De La Muerte. Dante representing De Ultratumba. Will Ace Gold be able to cash in on all of his skills, climb to the top once again, and become the IWF World Heavyweight Champion here tonight in the main event of WINTERSLAM? Ace Gold, ready for war here tonight. Will the leader of the High Rollers achieve his championship dreams? Or will Dante De La Muerte defend once again and walk away with that coveted championship gold? All the fame, the fortune, the honor, the glory, dangling in the balance now. As the champion makes this a rival. Dante De La Muerte, the IWF World Heavyweight Champion, set to do battle against the Ace of Spades himself in the main event of WinterSlam. The time has come. Who will walk away with the most coveted prize in the game? The IWF World Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing the challenger, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 274 pounds, Ace Cold.
Ace Cold with the opportunity of a lifetime.
And introducing the champion from Tijuana, Mexico, weighing in at 254 pounds. He is the International Wrestling World's Heavyweight Champion,
Dante De La Muerte, the World Heavyweight Champion, ready to defend his title here tonight in grand fashion against Ace Cold. A man who's worked so hard this year to climb his way back to the top. His wife, Queen Crystal, defeated on the last part of WinterSlam. Thus, Queen Crystal, she was fired. She lost her job. Vinci Valeska is now the primary owner of the IWF. Vinci Valeska owning the IWF now as Queen Crystal watches on from the outside as Axel hanging on by a thread as her husband tries to defend his IWF tries to regain the IWF World Heavyweight Championship against the champion, Dante De La Muerte. A game and ready champion, Dante De La Muerte. Surely training his heart out for the match of his life here against Ace Cold. After cashing in the blood money in the bank, that which he procured in a victory over Dr. Lucha MT in the Parque del Muerte. Now Dante De La Muerte going to try to ruin the main event of WinterSlam here by running into the ropes. Dante running in place. What's he revving up for? Ace Cold, the challenger, the number one contender, reeling down on the mat. Queen Crystal, former owner of the IWF, watching on from the outside as Dante De La Muerte just keeps running into the ropes. Dante finally gives up as Ace Cold catches the leg. And the fans not happy with the results of that. What the hell is Dante doing? Ace Cold locking Dante in a reverse figure four leg lock. But the champion escapes. Dante scooping up Ace Cold in the fireman carry. TKO connects. But the Ace of Spades with a kick to the head takes down Dante with a side headlock takeover. Impressive skill from the Ace of Spades, who is reversed by the IWF champion Dante De La Muerte. Taking a pounding now at the hands of Ace Cold. But he reverses. Springboard tornado DDT connects. And whatever trance Dante De La Muerte was in at the beginning of the match seems to be broken now. Springboard Acai moonsault. Dante hoisting up Ace Cold. Tossing him to the outside. And the challenger meets those cold hard mats on the outside. 6 degrees of separation from concrete. Ace Cold now suffering at the hands of the champion, who's stomping on the hands of the challenger. Dante De La Muerte in control. Ace Cold and Dante facing off. IWF Championship hanging in the balance as Dante just puts Ace to sleep. We're at a count of 6 when Dante, the champion, re-enters the ring. Ace Gold will follow. Ace now catches Dante. Beautiful snap suplex from the challenger. Knee drop into the skull of Dante De La Muerte. Hoisted up now. Back suplex spikes Dante right on his head. Ace Gold now with the neck breaker. Ace Gold will do anything and everything in his power to become the IWF World Champion here tonight. Tried to apply a submission hold, but Dante escaped by the ropes. Dante tries to strike Ace Gold, but he blocks them. Now Dante goozles Ace, gonna go for the chokeslam. But Ace Gold fights out of it. Goes for a spine buster. But Dante counters. Body scissor DDT. Ace Gold down on the mat. Dante with a 1 count only. Queen Crystal watching on with high anxiety and anticipation as her husband is dragged around the ring by the champion. Ace Gold now in deep trouble as Dante locks on the Tequila Sunrise. Does he have him? The World Heavyweight Champion locking the challenger in his finishing maneuver, the Tequila Sunrise. But Ace Gold survives somehow and escapes the Tequila Sunrise. Dante back in control, tilt-a-whirl into a roll, spinning tombstone pile driver, trying to crack the skull of the Ace of Spades. Dante drags Ace to the center. Jawbreaker. Ace Gold regains control. Headlock takeover as Dante De La Muerte suffers on the mat. Ace Gold applies the pressure. Challenger yanking up the champion, but Dante catches him. DDT spikes out of Ace into the mat. Dante regains control now. Scoops up Ace. Nail in the coffin connects. Ace Gold's down and out. The champion nearly pins Ace Gold. Dante De La Muerte now showing off for the fans in the main event of WinterSlam. Went for the flying skull, but Ace Gold got out of the way. Gourd Buster smashes that. Knee into the face of Dante De La Muerte, suffering now at the hands of the Ace of Spades. Ace Gold with another beautiful vertical textbook suplex. Ace Gold channeling all the greats throughout the history of championship. Stomping away at the hands of Dante De La Muerte. Won't do anything to keep the dead man down. Now Ace Gold gonna go back to the leg. Ace Gold with a 24-karat leg lock, carefully applied by the skilled technician, Dante De La Muerte, barely able to escape. Ace Gold and Dante De La Muerte fighting it out as Dante gets another tornado DDT. Queen Crystal nervous as ever as Dante applies the Tequila Sunrise in the center. Ace Gold in huge trouble. Will he give up? Ace Gold, he must tap out here tonight in the main event of WinterSlam. Dante De La Muerte has done it. Dante De La Muerte fighting through it all and eliminating Ace Gold on the high rollers, maintaining his championship reign here tonight. Dante De La Muerte reigns atop the heap as the World Heavyweight Champion. Dante De La Muerte with skill and precision locking on that tequila sunrise and forcing Ace Gold to submit, much to the chagrin of Queen Crystal watching on from the outside. Queen Crystal forced to watch her husband submit, much like she did when she was fired, as Dante De La Muerte successfully defends his IWF World Heavyweight Championship here tonight at WINTERSLAM. What a show, and what a champion! Dante De La Muerte holds all the gold here tonight. I'd like to remind you to check out all my friends' channels at DrHooksMalone YouTube channel, where you can see all the past episodes of the IWF Super Lucha Libre and Ladies Night. If you have any suggestions, leave a post-show comment or contact me. Be sure to stay safe and positive out there. I love you all, and I wish you a good night. And I'll see you on the next episode. Good night for WINTERSLAM. I am DrHooksMalone.